2, Celtic 1. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. Look at the celebrations there. What a turnaround here this afternoon.
Welcome to Rangers Radio.
What a goal by Steenie. Followed that up and whoop, in it goes.
Why not give the show a call on 01413561972.
Rangers up in the scoring. Happy Tawdry. 12 minutes of the match remaining.
What a strike.
A stunner from Kenny Miller. Rifles it into the roof of the net.
Or send Fox a friend request on Skype at Rangers Radio Online.
He's gone into the middle. McSwegan's in there too. Will he come for McSwegan? There's his header. And he scores! What a substitution! Running inside. Is he going to let flies in? He scores! Good ball! Scores for Rangers!
Nacho Lobo with one kick of the ball to take Rangers to Manchester. Rangers are coming! The Scots are heading for Manchester, and you know what? Manchester may not be big enough.
Remember, it's all about the Rangers.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening is my mucker Bridgeman and the one and only Ibrox. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, lads.
Oh, can I say a big good evening to all the guys in the panel and to all the guys in the lobby? A huge good evening, and to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and there are many, many thousands. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
You're welcome to getting longer and longer, Bridget.
I'm sorry, pal, I'm sorry.
That tells me you're getting fitter and fitter, mate.
I'm getting a bit fitter, actually. I'm getting a bit fitter. Absolutely. She said so, so I'm getting... I'm going to pass a fitness test, for sure. I'll surprise her and I'll pass a fitness test. I'll definitely be at Ibrox the next game, that's for sure. I can't cope much longer.
I can see her conning you again.
Oh, God.
How we doing, Ibrox?
I'm doing well, lads. Doing very well. Yourselves?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad at all. Still, I'm pleased with the Thistle result. Maybe not too enamoured with the performance of the piece, but still smart for that victory on Saturday, Bridge, bizarrely.
I'm gutted. I was gutted, totally gutted with that. I was so disappointed. Distraught is one of the words I would use. I was distraught. And I was not alone. There was maybe everybody who supports the Rangers probably distraught, because really and truly, if ever we made two glaring mistakes in that game, it was a glaring mistake where a goalkeeper made from a distance. He should have saved that, no problem. And Mr. Tavernier giving a penalty away. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable, you know. It's just crazy.
Aye.
And the chances we missed in the second half was incredible. Just incredible. Sorry, pal.
Ibrox, yourself, how's your mood for the football?
I'm happy with the result Wednesday night, mate. We really had to pick it up a lot for Saturday, because by all accounts we should have lost that game, mate. Minimum should have been a point, or maximum should have been a point. Unfortunately, Tav made the wrong decision at the wrong time in the box and they get a penalty. We've seen Tav save penalties before, but unfortunately that was not one of the times for him to save a penalty. I don't like the fact that that's twice now this season that Ibrox have lost to them, but we've got to move onwards and upwards, mate. We've got another good chance to get into the next round of the Cup on Sunday, and that's all we can do, mate, and then take on to the next league games after that and just keep pushing, mate, because we'll get there. Some of our new players are just starting to find their feet. I'd like to see Murphy hit the ground a lot more faster, especially in an attacking way, but it'll come, mate, in Joel, and I can see us going very, very far in the Cup.
Well, I hope so, mate. I hope we lift the Cup, Bridge.
Me too.
Well, wouldn't it just be lovely if we could do that? I think we saw signs in the second half at Firhill where the team seemed to gel quite well, to be honest. I thought some of our passing was slick, fast and really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed the second half, to be perfectly honest with you. It might have been because they got the comfort factor. We were one up, and sometimes in a game of football, you know inside. There's just a feeling you get inside yourself about your opposition. As long as you keep your, shall we say, concentration up, these people aren't going to beat you, or whatever you think to yourself, you know. But I think all the team thought they're not going to beat us now. They had 2 or 3 good chances. Scored a goal was controversial, and that boy Salmon hitting the post there. And I thought, we're carrying the luck, so I would imagine the players thought that as well. They're not going to score against us. So well done, the Rangers, for Wednesday night. Superb. Great second half.
Aye, we controlled the second half. I think they had one effort. I think with a bit of corner. Apart from that, very poor. Does the lack of goals worry you, Ibrox?
It does, mate. I know we're struggling to say that because we've got one of the top goals, the top goal scorer in our league. But it's just, we don't seem to get enough goals. I think you've said it a number of times. After we go 1 or 2-0 up, I want to see it like yourself pushing for 3, 4 and 5, but it doesn't seem to be that we've got that in my locker at this moment in time. But it's something I would really like to see us work on and get a lot more be a lot more beneficial in the final third, because we seem to be huffing and puffing after we go 2-0 up at times. But
fair comment, mate. Well, Bridge, if people want to join us, what's the number, mate?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where Fox will bring you in and let you join the show. And you can talk about anything you like, as long as it's Rangers related, Bridge.
Well, there's lots of things can be called Rangers related. There's a lot of relationships about Rangers, isn't there? Truth be told. I was expecting you to turn around and say, right, okay, Loyal, what's the relationship?
You probably in for him, Loyal.
Mate. It's like water off a duck's back, mate.
Just as well, isn't it?
That's it, mate, that's it.
I'm gutted for you, pal. I'm just gutted for you. That lassie was changing. She was changing you into something very attractive. That's the truth.
I'll crack you
If you buy your presents for Go-Birds, Bridge, you can always take them back.
Well, that's the thing, you know. And it's amazing how much you get back for them as well.
When you take them back, you need the receipt. So we look forward to Sunday's game. 2:30 kick-off, I believe, Ibrox. Scottish Cup tie, last 16 in the Scottish Cup. We say it every week, but another massive game because we need to get into the quarters.
Just huge. And you'll find out our, we'll call them enemies for want of a better term. People who don't like us or just don't want us to win. They're anti-Rangers. Call it anything you like. I'll just call them all enemies. And they're just all desperate for Rangers to lose. And they won't talk about how many goals Rangers are going to score. If they were talking about us, they wouldn't be talking like that. They would just be saying, wouldn't it be great? Or if they're not actually saying those words, they'll be thinking it when they're talking. Wouldn't it be great if Ayr United pumped them? I think, I believe now, I don't know how true this is, I believe that Gordon Dalziel gave an interview, maybe in his column or something like that. Maybe he's got a column in the paper apparently, and he said something like, if Rangers get beat, this is what he's talking about. If Rangers lose on Sunday against Ayr United, our manager won't get that job permanent. And I thought to myself,
he's been doing a lot thinking about that, hasn't he?
Wow, I mean, why? But why would you say that? There's a game going to go on. It's Rangers that are going down there. Why would someone who's supposed to be, he's an ex-Rangers player, why would he talk like that about Rangers? Sorry, I just don't get it. I mean, we were speaking about it last night with Boswell, how negative. But people just come out with that. And I read that in Follow. That's what I did. I Follow on Rangers Media. One of them anyway. And gee whiz, I thought, why on earth is that idiot even talking about them? Never mind. We can't say nothing.
You feel better for getting that off your chest?
Oh, you listen to people and, some of these people are in quite sort of high positions insofar as the press is concerned or the media. And some things that they say, then there's a lot of folk listen to them and possibly even agree with them and things like that, But to come out and All of a sudden, straight off the top of his head, somebody's asked him a question. He's turned and said, "Well, that man's not going to get that job if they don't beat if Ayr United beat them." And I say, if anybody else, I would have been picked up and say, "Come on."
I mean,
you asked the question, but surely not going to happen.
Point, mate. I think it's still. You know, if we get beat with Ayr United, they'd be lucky to be in a job in a couple of weeks.
Exactly. I would expect them to resign. That's what I would expect. I would expect the boy to say, "No, I just can't do this." So anyway, I'll keep going until you get a new one.
You'll not need to worry because we're going to win in Sunday.
Of course.
Of course, well, mate. I think by all accounts, last time I checked, the last 2 cup games we had with them were 11-0 up. So, because I remember being at a game and we beat them 6-0. So,
so what was the score in the other game then?
It was 5-0. 5-0. See, I've got a calculator out. But no, mate, I don't want to be too confident, but I can see us win the game very comfortably. With the goals that we're talking, like, we're in about a 3-4 goal margin this time round, so looking forward to that.
Did Lewis McLeod no score a bumper down there? Was that in the league? Or was that the cup?
No, I imagine that with them. I think that was in the league game, mate. That was better in the league.
Was it?
No, wait a minute. Did we not miss Ayr United? Did we not get promoted? Did we not get promoted out of one league? Let's say it was the second division into the first division, and Ayr United get relegated. And
no,
we missed it or something like that. So it might have been a cup. I don't remember.
Definitely put Ayr United in the league, mate.
Okay.
But I think anyway, whatever the thing is, especially in cup games, we're 11-0 up anyway. So.
All right, okay.
Expect us to stretch out a wee bit further come Sunday. So.
Yeah, we should play well. We should play well.
Last game was 2-0 against Ayr at Somerset Park. I think that's when McLeod scored, but I'm going to check that out, Ibrox.
Okay, I would definitely imagine that was a league game and not a cup.
Oh, wait a minute. Did they know of a guy called Pope playing for them? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
I'm sure Ayr United had a boy called Pope playing for them. Absolutely positive. So it comes back to me. My memories sometimes fails me.
I would see the stuff like Gordell says and talks, mate. He just a huff, mate, because that quiz I beat him at all the years ago, mate.
Aye, well.
Happy. Actually cuffed him, mate, and he's still not happy with it to this day. So.
It's just when you read it, you're reading the follow and some guys write in and they're laughing about him and what an idiot this guy is. He said that, and you think, why would somebody in their right mind say these things? I mean, just why? Other than they're just trying to get some press. That's all. Just nonsense.
Non-stories, mate, as I like to call it. Fake news, mate. Fake news.
Well, I love it. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why I get so distraught, particularly at Ibrox. When we lose against a team like Hibs at Ibrox, you're only handing ammunition to all our enemies, you know. And it's okay, it was a game of football, I know, but my God almighty, to get beat with Hibs again, Ibrox again, you know. I think, God, maybe they're a jinx team or something like that, you know.
See the thing as well with Gordondale, no, it was obviously long before my time, but was he all at best a reserve player?
At Rangers?
I bet he played about 30. I'll check it out, Ibrox, because I've got the page up. But we played Ayr United in League One, we did. Ayr United.
Yeah, what, League One, right, okay.
All right.
I just remember there was one team that we actually missed because we get promoted and they get relegated. And that was one of the teams that never got the Blue Pound. They could never get the chance of the Blue Pound. That was the conversation was along those lines, you know. Mm-hmm. So they could have been quite bitter about that.
None of them are happy unless they beat the Blue Pound, mate. That's it.
Well, you know, Rangers coming to a ground twice a year is a big thing. Twice a season, sorry. Yeah. It is a big thing, you know. Look at the money get poured into these clubs is incredible, isn't it? It's incredible.
The revenue streams must have jumped up dramatically, Bridger.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of these chairmen would probably be thinking to themselves, you know, look, this money is going to come in and it's not going to last because Rangers aren't going to still be here. So let's make sure whatever we get, we use it right. And some of these teams manage to rebuild their stands and fix their ground up and do all these sort of infrastructure type projects with the money that came their way that way, you know, and their towns and villages get quite a lot of money with the Rangers support going. So, you know, good. It was good.
Well, if people want to join us, what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
And you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where Fox will bring you in. You can talk about all things Rangers. Anyway, we'll get our first caller coming in. I think he's actually barred for the show. How are we doing, Big Ulster?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Ulster, mate.
Doing good.
Just let the people know when are you coming over again so they can get their fixed odds on anti-post.
7th of April, lads. You know what to bet on.
7th of April.
Get yourself some money in.
And the boats don't have going strike that day.
The boats, if they're coming out, be playing, will Bridge.
Oh, they can never play. Sorry, mate. I thought they were coming over.
If they're coming out, be playing, Bridge will need to get his old anti-aircraft gun out again. Anyway, Ulster, it's not your fault. It's the players. It's all about the players. Have you calmed down yet, big man?
Just about get over it, to be honest. My own fault, though. I got myself a bit like all of us. We got ourselves in a bit of a frenzy after watching that result. Their result just before it. And then obviously, big letdown at the match, unfortunately for us. But these things happen, lads, and we're used to it. Just got to wait. Better time, it'll come. It'll come good eventually.
Gordon Dalziel, mate. Just checking out 49 games, yeah? 31 games started, 11 goals. Debut versus Celtic at Glasgow Cup. And his first goal for the club was against Celtic in a 3-3 draw in 1981 at Parkhead.
Yeah, that's me always giving him a stick in for being a reserve player, but oh well.
You know, so he played 50 games roughly. You know, so he played enough games, you know. He'll not be in the Hall of Fame or nothing, but he still played a few games. Ulster. Big game on Sunday. Bigger game in any league matches now?
Oh, well, I think the Cup's what we need to go for now, guys. We still want to do well in the league, obviously. We want to keep momentum going. Try and finish it as strongly as possible, but I think the Cup is the big thing now. We're more, you know, especially with being away from Ibrox, which is a strange thing. I think at Ibrox you should be more confident, but given it being an away game, it seems to be we're a lot better away from home for some weird reason this season. So expecting a good result, and the Bears here going over will have a great time. I remember going to our at the league game, I think it was back in 2014, me and three of us went over, and we were treated very well in our, and our bowling club we went to, treated very well by the locals. So you guys will have a great day, whoever's going to that game.
What was the score, Ulster?
I think it was 2-0.
Who fought?
I think we won 2-0, the Rangers. Oh, we won, don't worry. We won. All right. One of the few games.
All right, we've been joined by Big Al, and also Fox has come in to join us. Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Oh, the lost Big Al.
No, he's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, never heard you. Sorry, Al. How we doing, mate?
No, not bad, not bad.
Oh, well.
Can I pick up on a couple of things you said there?
Oh, I don't know, but carry on.
Is Graham Murray still a contender? Surely not. Surely not.
But Bridge was making the point that it was Bridget was making the point about, I don't know, it was somebody on the radio, Gordon Dalziel was saying if we don't win in there, I don't think. If we don't win in there, I don't think he'll be job for a week. Never mind for after the season's finished.
If we don't win in there, he better not even bother travelling back to Glasgow. That's a fact. And I don't even think he's even a contender now. He's only a stopgap to the end of the season.
The reason it was raised was because I saw something on Fox. Yeah, and all it was that he was supposed to be interviewed, or he's written a column or something, and the question was asked of him, and he says, if Rangers don't beat Ayr, then Graham Murray will not be a contender at the end of the season. That's
what he was saying. Go to quotation marks, Bridge.
Yeah, sorry, pal.
Aye.
Go to quotation marks. Anyway, how you doing, Fox?
Fine, guys. How you doing?
All right,
Right, Fox.
All right.
Yeah, doing well, Fox.
All right. On you go, Big Al.
Well, I'm just going to ask. I'm going to ask the panel. Do you think he's still a contender? I might see who thinks he's going to be a Rangers manager.
You asked us that question last Friday night, remember?
But I'm just asking me, do you still think he's a contender?
Well, you asked us that Friday, and I said yes on Friday, didn't I? But I put a rider in.
So you're a no now?
I said I put a rider in. I said speak to me at 5 to 5 on the Saturday. Yeah. That was such a big game for us, mate. I just think the tide's turning. But stranger things have happened in football. You could win every game from now to the end of the season, finish comfortably setting the league, win the cup, and things might be looked at different. There's rumours going about that the board are looking at somebody else and that they're already doing the work, but it's only pure speculation. Other people might see it different. Bridgeman?
And on that particular point, I would suggest he's still in with a real good shout for the job at the end of the year, providing these results go for him. If the results go against him and he's had it, nobody needs to tell him. He'll be able to just go away he goes, you know. The thing is, he's been quite unfortunate insofar as injuries are concerned, so things might pick up as players come back in. Better quality players. Quite a lot of high quality players are out injured at the moment. If you can get them back in, even in a dribble effect, like, you know, we've got a big Celtic game coming up shortly. So if he gets a better quality players on the park for that game, even number one, get young Ross McCrory back in, for instance, it might make a difference. I don't know. But yeah, there's no way in my mind, if he doesn't do anything for us this year, if we don't win anything, if we don't get anywhere, you know, if we don't finish second, all these negative thoughts can go through your head. And therefore, unfortunately, it's going to be negative for him if it doesn't happen.
Ulster?
Well, I think he is still a contender because he's, at the end of the day, he's had the job. It's up to him, then his players to do well and perform. But it's going to be tough for him after that Hibs game. They're going to have to start performing. They're going to have to change it around. And we're going to have a brilliant end of the season. We're going to have to win near enough 90% of our games from now to the end of the season, and obviously a great cup run, if not win it.
I predict
I'll
predict we'll win every game up to the 7th of April, Ulster.
Fair enough. I'll go with that.
Let me just take the question to Fox, and then Ibrox will come back to you, Al. Fox?
No longer a contender. I think he's past that stage. He already is the manager at the moment, and it's up to him whether he loses it or not. As everybody says, depends on the results. If he was to beat the Timbs twice, mate, have a good run in the Scottish Cup, I think he'd be favourite for the job.
Ibrox loyal.
No, I would have to say he would have to win the Scottish Cup. And as you say, Ox finish a very, very good second. I've not pushed them as far as we can to the end of the season. But if we can't do both of those, then I don't see him being a contender, no.
Big Al?
Well, I was just going to say that when you were answering the question, everybody bypassed. We're still thinking about the Hibernian game, but in between that we had a game we played Partick Thistle and 1-2-0, yeah. But we've seemed to miss that in the conversation because we're still looking at the Hibernian game, how disastrous it was. And what is a close second to Celtic? What's acceptable a close second to Celtic?
Can I come back on that one for you?
Of course.
I was just going to say the Hibernian game was a disaster. In my opinion, it was an absolute disaster for the club and everybody involved in the club, and I'm including all the fans. And yes, for the manager in particular. And the truth of the matter is, what people say from a negative perspective, they may not be far away from it. Personally, I agree to a certain extent with Big Ulster. I think, and Foxy, he's got the job. He is our manager. And I'm not going to say anything too much against them, but I was really deeply hurt. On Saturday's result was a really bad result for us, really bad result. And I don't know how we're going to go over it, but go over it we must. And if Oxtear's anywhere near telling the truth, we don't lose a game between now and the 7th of April, then fantastic. That's all I can say. Let's go on a run, let's get some momentum up, let's win, get ourselves into a good position for the Scottish Cup. Fantastic, just brilliant. Let's go for it.
Big Al, you want to come back in the Bridge?
Well, this isn't a criticism of Bridge, but Bridge has said everything that all of us have been saying all season. Going this run, the run's never materialised. And I would like to pick these up, man, and I think I'm right in this. He was only appointed an interim manager for 5 months. He's in the hot seat. I don't really look at him as he's not been awarded a contract of 2.5 years or 3 years or whatever a proper manager gets. He's a stopgap. So
extended job,
I think the personal
extended job interview at the moment. I think he might be feeling it, mate, because of the results at Ibrox. But that's only my opinion.
100% right there. 100% right there.
What is the gap? What would you say was an acceptable gap? Like, to me, there's no acceptable gap. Even
one above them,
goal,
one above them.
One above them, aye. That's the gap. So while he's still in position, I don't think that's achievable with him. It's unfortunate, but I personally just think that's truthful.
Well, the thing is, we play Aberdeen, who at this point in time we were above. We were lying second until Saturday. Theoretically, we'd slip with a game in hand, which we won during the week there. But that was a 6-pointer against Hibs, and we had a chance to basically take them out of the equation altogether. A 6-pointer would have meant they'd have been 10 points behind us. Instead of that, they're something like they end up 4 points behind us or 3 points behind us, something like that. I'm not dead sure which, but it's just utter nonsense. It's just so deflating for other fans and everybody involved. And we just hope that we can only hope as fans, and me personally, in my opinion, we can only hope that we pick up and we kick on and we do the business. We've got tough games to come, but we need to be able to play like we did in the second half against Hibs, which we played very well, and the second half against Partick Thistle. So we need to get rid of these bad first halves where we don't appear to be doing very well. But we really do need to pick up and run with the game. I believe that boy Goss is injured. I'm sure I heard somebody saying on, where did I see it now? Is he get booted in the face or something?
Doesn't matter if he's not playing on Sunday, mate. We should be able to put a team together. It doesn't matter.
Oh, goodness sake, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
absolutely.
We've been joined by a couple of callers. We've been joined by one of Rangers Radio's most cheery people, and the other one's George. Alan 63, how we doing, mate?
Very nice, sorry. How you doing?
All right, mate. And how are you, George?
Evening, Al.
All right, George.
Hi, good guys. All right, how you doing? All right.
Good to hear from you, mate.
Hey, Al. Hey, George.
As Skipper says, Al 63, I'm not a client, but Big Al from Australia's moved on for you, mate.
That's all right.
All right, as long as you're all right with it, mate. Right, Al 63, what's on your mind?
I phoned in, or called in, rather, to do with the manager.
Yep.
Much as we're obviously all going to back him, we will do. He's got to the summer, isn't he? I don't ever see him being the Rangers manager. I think the new Rangers manager is part of the big news that's going to come out, and I think that's going to come out in the summer.
Oh, all right, mate. Keep that one up your sleeve. I hope it's not too late this summer. We want a holiday, not to have summer special. On you go, George. What's on your mind, mate?
Well, it's a bit big. I was saying there. I mean, he did ask the question on Friday night, Ox, about the manager. I'll tell you, I've never wanted Gary Murray as the manager, Rangers, for the simple fact that he was much and things like that. Ken, it was a wee bit of stupid reason for me not wanting the guy to be Rangers manager. I thought the respect wasn't really there and things like that. But the board's went on, they've backed him. He is the manager, so we'll all support him. He's had a couple of no bad results against Aberdeen, a couple of poor results as well. But the question I would ask all you is if Pedro was still the manager of the new Ox, let's just say Pedro came in as the manager the day Murray came in as a manager, and the board, and if a lot of folk are saying they're loan signing, it doesn't matter for loan signing or no, the guys have come into Rangers, and the board that went out and backed back Pedro, the way they backed Murray, he's backed Murray, and they bring these players in, would we be wanting rid of Murray? Would we be wanting rid of Pedro? Because I for sure would be wanting rid of them, because their results aren't good enough. The paper now, the cracks with Aberdeen results and things like that, really poor performance against Hibs. A lot of folk think we played well against Partick. I thought Partick were horrible to watch. I thought we were the better team out of two bad teams. St Johnstone and things like that. I mean, we've been beat off of teams we should never beat off of Ox. And it's all right if we go in and win the Scottish Cup under him and things like that, but I genuinely think it's all right. We've had a wee bit of a poor start to the season and things like that, but I think we've got to go next season and have a manager in place, not a coach or an under-21s coach. And Mark Allen's done a great job bringing in players, and the board have done a great job, but I want a manager in place, Ox. He's not a manager, he's a coach. He's a good coach, a good development coach. Don't get him wrong, he's maybe one of the best, but he's not a Rangers manager, and that's been my opinion for day one, Ox, and I'm not going to change.
I see your point of view, George. I see your point of view.
See how you have all got a better memory than what I've got. The guy.
What was your question, now?
Well, did Pedro not? Did Pedro not have a better?
Who said that?
Did Pedro not have a better record than Murray?
Up until over 20 games, Pedro's one up on Murray, mate.
Okay.
All right. You can make stats mean anything, mate, can't you?
Okay, yeah.
You know. Fox, you get any views on this, mate?
I call him the Rangers manager just now, mate, because that's the job he's doing. Look, none of us know what's going on behind the scenes. Graham Murty may have agreed to take the club to the end of the season for maybe the manager that they're really chasing hasn't been available to, or will not be available until then.
Can you not let me go for this contract if I go to stay here to the summer?
No, but you know what I mean, mate. We're all just guessing. Graham Murty, if it had worked out superb, mate, I don't know what they give the board a dilemma. I don't think he's doing that badly. I think we all went over the top with the Hibs result, mate. We could easily have won that game, mate.
I don't think I'm going to say it to you, and I'll put it.
It was because it was important in the Rangers psyche, mate, that we had to win that game. Look, we're sitting. I think it's with the Hamilton and the St Johnstone so thrown in. It's a problem, mate. But these things are happening, mate. And he's also getting judged on his previous time as manager to make it up to the Pedro stats, mate. I don't think that's fair on the guy at all. Bridge was asking about the gap. The gap is we're 3 points behind Aberdeen and we're 5 points clear of Hibs. Now they two play, I think it's in a fortnight. So whatever the result comes out will benefit Rangers one way or another. And then suddenly we're back, possibly be back in second place. So I don't think he's doing a bad job. I think we're just slaughtering them, mate. And I think a lot of the mistakes that's been made has been made by players on the park and not the manager.
Yeah, but see the points thing about with Hibs. The thing I was trying to make out is it was actually a 6-pointer. We'd have been if we're 5 points clear based on what you're saying. That would have been we should have been 8 points clear, right? From our perspective. And they would have dropped. They dropped those 3 points. We should be 8 points away from Hibs, and Hibs. In that case, Hibs would never really catch us at all. That's all.
But the same point, Bridge. If the scum hadn't lost, would it have mattered that as much as people are making out to be now?
No, I'm only talking from my perspective. I'm sure a lot of Rangers fans will agree with me. That was heartbreaking on Saturday. Maybe fortunately, I wasn't at the game. I couldn't make it, but really and truly, that was desperate for Rangers, just desperate, and so disappointing for the fans and the club. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's another huge game at Ibrox, 50,000 people there, and we can't get ourselves to beat the Hibs. Bad news.
Big Ulster, the people's champion.
No, I can see. You can take it George and Alan's point. They want a big-time manager in, and that's what we all wanted in at the start. But the club weren't in a position to do it. waited. They waited about. They finally put their bid in for a certain manager up at the top end of the north of Scotland. Couldn't get him. Were refused. So then we had to go back to Graham Murray and we put him in a position to. It's up to him to do the best he can do. I think he's been back with players as well. You know, we've got a few loan signings in, and the squad's definitely better. But it's tough, you know what I mean? There's a guy there, he has very little experience, and he's been thrown into a position he probably didn't want to do himself, but he's took it on well. He's doing the best he can do, but I don't know. I would love to see him getting the job, obviously, at the start, because that means he's been a success. But if we get somebody else in at the end of the season, I know there's rumours that we're looking at somebody else who's more experienced, then I'll take that as well. You know, at the end of the day, it's the best for Rangers. I think going forward, we probably do, for the start of next season, need a more experienced manager to kick us on. But if they do give the job to Graham Murray at the end of the season, then to me that means he's done a good job. But they'll have to change it big time. We'll have to win most of our games going forward. We can't be losing any more silly games at Ibrox. And until we sort the things at Ibrox and get a team that wins there confidently more times than that, then unfortunately we're not going to be doing too well.
Talking about people that are confident, we've been joined by Gary. Evening, Gary.
How are you?
Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Right, Gary,
not too bad.
What trouble are you going to cause tonight?
Oh, me. I'm an angel. I'm an angel. Angel with horns. Right. I'm going to disagree with every one of these. I'm sticking up for the man.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Right. On Saturday.
Right, thanks for the call, Gary. Carry on, mate. Carry on.
On Saturday, you can't blame that on Marty. That was an on-the-spot mistake, which he cannot be held responsible for.
True potential errors, but I get where you're coming from. Carry on, mate.
If he wins the Scottish Cup, I'd give him the job. For me, winning the Scottish Cup will be a successful season for us. That's what I think. And just to extend a wee bit on something George said about if Pedro had come in today, for example, where would we be if he was still in charge from before? Where would we be now if Pedro was still in charge?
No players left, Foxer.
No, it's hypothetical. He might get better.
I think if you step back and have a look at the signing policy over the January window, mate, the big signings have come in as loans. Is that a sign of they'll be left to a new manager to decide whether we take them on full-time contracts or no? Does that point to a new manager coming in the summer?
The reason that would...
The likes of Docherty, sorry, of Docherty, who we've probably paid money for, is a prospect. He's played in the Premier League, but is he good enough to play for Rangers? He looks a good young talent, and maybe that was part of the Mark Allen strategy as well, to sign the younger players, if you know what I mean, who have got a long-term future in the club. And the new manager, if he does come in the summer, will then decide on the likes of Murphy, Cummings, Martin, etc., mate. Maybe the board have played this very smartly.
Aye, well, no, pan out. Who was coming in there?
No, just quickly with it sums it up. At the end of the day, it is, sure, we all know, they were looking at it in 6 months. Dave King was only on 2 weeks before saying we were getting a new manager, and he was getting I think it was 2.5 year contract. That's what they were saying. And I'm sure that when they signed Murray up, they only gave him the end of the season. So they obviously weren't too confident themselves at the time of giving him the job, or they would have given him the 2.5 years. So,
yeah, do you not think also that they've kind of put him in place because, as per Scotland, all the eggs were in the one basket, and on the Thursday night, that what's his face, him for the sheet got cold feet, and it left them kind of high and dry. So they had to do something. And it's no case
I agree with
Murray, because Murray's kind of forced into the position he's in. If your employer say go and do such and such, you would be like, okay, why should I? Yeah.
Can I just come back in on something George said a minute ago there?
On you go, mate. Sorry.
George, obviously you said there a minute ago that he might have got better, right? He's currently sitting 10th position with his new...
never said that.
Nah, it's me, Gary.
Oh, was that you? Sorry.
He's no managing Rangers just now. I went when he was managing Rangers with 8 players. It might have got better. I doubt it, but it might have got better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's currently sitting in 10th.
Hypothetical stuff, guys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's all buts and maybes. And if you think about it, all right, Murty's come in. We've had bad results at Ibrox, but he's got his good results. We've won at Easter Road. We won at Tynecastle. We've won at Pittodrie. We got a draw at Parkhead. It's Ibrox's continuation of the poor form at Ibrox, who ultimately would cost Petrol its job. George Logan.
Oh, so that's kind of through about the wee point I was trying to make. Again, I wasn't coming on to say, I don't think he's done a great job, because he's done a job for us, and we'll always be thankful. Like Fox was saying, Ken, he's the Rangers manager now, and the guys came in probably at the last minute and done a job for us. And actually, I believe he's turned around and said to the board, I'm not just taking this to Christmas, give me until the end of the season and see how I do. And I think he's actually went to the board and said that to him. And you've got to be thankful for what the guy's done, Ken. We were left in limbo after what happened with McInnes and things like that. But for day one, I didn't think he should have been the manager. It doesn't even, I'm not going to support the guy and I back him with the way and things like that. But the question at the start of when you were asking at the start there, or someone asked at the start there, Rocks, they turned around and they said, should he be in contention for the job? Doesn't matter. For me, right now, unless he goes from now until the end of the season winning Vernier every game, it shouldn't be in contention for me. I want a manager in the Rocks, and that's I don't know if that's just silly me, but I want a guy in there that's got experience in other clubs, and nobody's got to have an experience to run a club the size of Rangers, but I want a guy in there that's got half a clue. I mean, just for example, Ox, I mean, I've seen they say it. I mean, there's a boy at Kilmarnock, but in there, and he's done a cracking job, Ox. He's a manager with a bit of experience. We've got a manager who's not got much experience. I think he will be a good manager one day, Ox, but I didn't think we should allow him, like Alan McCoy's done,
cut his teeth
at a team like Rangers. That's my opinion on it.
I get your comment, George. I mean, your job should be the pinnacle, not the one as it used as a stepping stone, in my opinion. On you go, Fox. On you go.
But they had to make a decision, mate, when McInnes turned the job down. And maybe whoever else was their target, as I said, isn't available this summer. And if Marty's
joined up thinking, have you been doing the Kadira run again?
No, just been hanging me. Marty's been willing to do the job this summer unless Rangers would have had to go out and get another manager and maybe know the one they were after McInnes, mate, because he wasn't available.
Well, that's kind of the point, Fox. That's a good point you're saying there, Fox. I mean, if we had turned around and says, right, I've told you a million times, McInnes accepted the job and then they turned his back on us. So let's say Rangers came out and they said, just for example, they said, right, we're now going to go for Alex McLeish. McLeish is not going to take it because he's taking choice. If he turns his back, we're just going to look stupid again. So the board's turned around and said, this guy's got a date to the end of the season, or to the January transfer window, we're going to try and bring somebody in. So the guy took it on his shoulders, Fox, and he's done it at the end of the day. Again, that's good on him, and thanks to him for it. But the thing I'm saying is, for next season, I want a manager in there, Fox. The board's got this time now. They've had the time for the fans, for whenever it was Pedro left to the end of the season, to find us a manager. If they can't find us a manager, there's a big problem.
Can I just come in there, guys?
Of course you can, Brad.
Just going to say that the end of the season appears to be pivotal for Rangers. Including the thing you're discussing now, will Mr. Murty actually be given a chance at the job? Or no matter what he does, no matter if he wins as a cup and the league, it sounds as if there's a couple of the guys, and not just a couple, maybe a lot more, are feeling that he shouldn't be the Rangers manager. He hasn't got it. So I'm quite happy to go along with the guys if that's the way it's going to be, providing we get a manager in, a decent manager in, and he's going to get my support. But as long as Murty's there, he's going to get my support anyway. So I'm easy on that. I just think that come the summertime, there's going to be all these players who are injured at the moment. There may be 4 or 5 of them. Should be stepping back into the first team training, and we should all be fully fit by the end of the season, providing there's no more injuries. And the players that come the end of the season, the players who are there on loan, to get us past whatever hurdles we were getting past. I'm talking about Murphy. So is Murphy going to? He's hopefully going to sign on. Cummings sign on. So you've got maybe 2 or 3 players to come in as signings. So you're going to end up with quite a good squad, which I'm including the other ones we've got to know. And I don't know, this is why I was asking last night, I don't know if we're in negotiation with Tavernier and Windass to put extended contracts. So all of these things have got to be sorted out before the summertime as well. So our manager's got a big task in his hands, not just him, the director of football as well, to get a settled squad, because as sure as shooting, come the summer transfer window, a lot of Rangers fans are going to want new players as well. And if we do get a new manager, he'll want some new players too. So it's going to be quite exciting over that time, I think, anyway, you know.
You have something to talk about on here, Bridget?
Would he have got the respect half the players if he was only a temporary manager, mate? If you know what I mean, if he doesn't come out and say he's gone for the job, do the players just say, "Oh, he's only a temporary manager"? They'll not listen to what he says. But if he's got a possible. If he's got a possible chance of the job, some of them might be better focus and listen to the guy, you know.
Anybody want to come in? Anybody drinks in?
Yeah, I think the guys I think the players are like kind of like that just now. I think when it comes to the bigger games, they're busting their gut, and it's almost like that E-team syndrome. It's we'll show you, because there's pressure there, and it's Aberdeen or it's Celtic or. Well, it was Hibs before, but no now. And yet we can play some of the Duff teams, and you don't see the same attitude. It's the same way we slag the smaller sides. And I think the guys don't have the full respect. If they do, then they themselves aren't agreeing with team selection and maybe formations and things like that. I'm quite sure if Alec McLeish had been given the job, hypothetical again, right? In the summer, the winter there, when the Pedro man was moved on, then I think had the same players been earmarked, see, that's what I'm saying, it's all hypothetical, I think he'd have got a lot more out of him, simply because he would set him up better. He would give them belief. He's a good man manager. He's not the guy who was messing about. Well, I don't mean messing about. He's not the guy who was kind of there for a laugh and a joke. It wasn't Mr. Murray, it was Murps, wasn't it? So I honestly don't think the full thing's there. And it's no for running down Murray. That's what I'm saying. It's no for running him down. That guy's in the position because he's in the position. It's no as if they went out earmarked him and said, right, you come in and do it. He's kind of doing a favour, if you like.
And if I just a wee second, Docs.
Of course you can, George. Carry on, mate.
What Bridgeman was saying there, I mean, everybody's making great points, but what Bridgeman was saying there, when Pedro got the sack, I think the only person, in my opinion, the only person that was available for the job and looked like a candidate, and a lot of folks' eyes, was probably Derek McInnes. That was probably a fact. See, come the summer, it's only got to be the top two in the Championship that's got to probably keep their job, if that. The boys underneath that have got to be looking for new jobs, because if you didn't get up to the Premier League and the Championship, you're a failure, sort of thing. So they guys have got to be looking for jobs. The bottom half of the Premiership's got to be looking for jobs. So there's got to be maybe 6 or 7, 8, 10 managers out there, Rocks. There's got to be possibilities for having a shot at the Rangers job. Whereas when Pedro got sacked, there was only one guy for the job. So the thing is, I mean, there's more choice out there. And if the board turn around and say to me, I've told you I didn't want as a manager, I'm going to back him on the way. But if the board turn around at the end of the season and say, we think we've finished second, the semi-final or a final or win the Scottish Cup, and we're going to appoint him the manager, I'll back him again. It's as simple as that. My opinion is I didn't want him as a manager, but he'll still get backed. 95% the Rangers fans, Ox.
Aye.
I've got a question for you, Ox. Is the right number 2 there, but
Jimmy Nicholl at the moment?
Is Jimmy Nicholl been brought in for long term for who may be coming in, mate? Is he his number 2? Because I couldn't see the relationship between Jimmy Nicholl and Graham Murty, mate, to pick him as the second in command. So is Jimmy Nicholl the real number 2? But that's the question I want to ask the panel.
Can you not call him the assistant manager rather than number 2?
Oh, well, assistant manager then. You're number 1, you.
Can I just quickly say I don't think so?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think what? Sorry, you don't think?
I don't think Jimmy Nicholl would there beyond summer either.
Right, so you think both the manager and the assistant manager is going to get the bullet?
Well, that's a nasty way of saying it. No, I don't think...
Okay, they'll not be there, so they're going to be asked to
Jimmy
leave.
Nicholl might get kept on for some type of coaching with youngsters.
But that's what Fox is saying. I think that's what Fox is saying. Do you think he's a number two? If he's not if he's not a good assistant manager, then what are they going to do with him and Murty? Because Murty, at the end of the day, Murty hasn't done anything wrong.
Murty will be back in unders, I'd imagine.
Ooh, I think that's a very, very tough. That's a very tough ask because I don't know. Well, Murty's at the present moment the manager and doing the manager's role at one of the best clubs in Great Britain. One of the biggest clubs in Great Britain. So all of a sudden you're going to hold on. All of a sudden, come the summertime, and because Rangers didn't win the league, for instance, the great chance he would get of getting that job would be to win the league and oust Celtic. Now, if that doesn't happen, then there's a good chance that he's going to be asked to move on. Whether they actually keep him there or no, I'm not dead sure. But if I was Murty, I'd be asking the Rangers, well, look, there's no way I'm going back to be a youth team coach. I've been the manager of Rangers, so his CV...
I'll put that mortgage on it, Brisbane.
What, he'll accept the youth team coach? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, so I've obviously read it wrongly then. I was thinking that Mr. Murty is, when he said probably he will have had probably the best part of 9 months as first team coach or manager of Rangers, and to ask him then to step away from that, and let's assume for a minute he wins the league, and you're asking him just to walk away from that.
I don't think he will win the league.
I'm trying to put points through here. What are we saying? Are we saying that Murty will get the job? Are we saying that Murty will be offered the job permanently if he wins the league? That's all I'm asking.
If he won the league, I don't think so. No, I think
right. So you don't think he's going to? Right. So all I'm saying is, if you're the manager of Rangers and they're a Scottish professional football league champions, right? And you've got on your CV, you're the manager. You won the league. You ousted Celtic. Fabulous, absolutely brilliant. But by the way, you're going to get the bullet, or I'm going to ask you to move on. You're not the man for us. Fine, I don't mind one way or the other. All I'm saying is I can't see him, Murty himself, turning and saying, okay then, Dave King, what I'll do is I'll just take that job back again, under 20s coach or something. I don't think that will happen.
That's already pre-arranged.
Alan, one at a time, Alan. Alan.
What? He stopped talking.
But there's other people want to come in.
Aye, but he's addressing me.
It's the whole panel, Alan. Just wait, there's other people, yeah? All right. Right, Ibrox Lyle, you've no spoke for a while.
I think what Bridges just says there, if that happened and Rangers were to win the league and stop him for doing 10 in a row, there's no way in this heaven and earth that Murty's not getting that job. He will get the job, mate, and if he does it, he should get bloody knighted as well. So I think that's only right to say.
There's a lot of ducks got to go in a row for that to happen.
I know, mate. Unfortunately, with my heart and my head and everything else, I don't think it's going to happen. But if he doesn't get the job, I don't see him, unfortunately, going back to your youths. I see him that he's had, as Bridge says, maybe 7, 8, 9 months as your first team manager, and he gets a chance to go maybe down south. I know he says in his interview a way back that it would be hard for him to leave Ibrox and go to another team and have the same sort of buzz and atmosphere running about it. But I can't see it personally, him going back to an under-20s coach now. If he leaves Rangers, he'll want to go to there.
Cheers, mate. Big Ulster, and then George.
Oh, what a difference. If Tavernier hadn't done that foul and we maybe had to come back into the game like we looked like it, what different conversation we'd be having tonight. But that's just football, isn't it?
Do you know, Ulster, I don't think it was the game on Saturday. I think this is where your St Johnstone and your Hamilton games have kicked in. And I know it's all buts and maybes, but that's the problem. Even the great Rangers teams in the past have had the bad result at Ibrox, a bit of bad decision making, you've lost a game, you have to move on for it. It's because the other games, and then you start putting them together, his record looks so bad at Ibrox, and that's the problem, I think. Sorry, big man, on you go.
No, well then, I know you can look at that too, but he's been, to be fair to the guy, he's inherited a squad that's not his own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, now he has got a few players in between him and Mark Allen. They've got players in. It's going to take time for them to bed in. We all know that because likes of Cummings, Martin, Goss, they've played very little games. So it will take them a few games as a team to really start gelling. I think we'll have to look at it that way, That's
also a fair comment.
But he's put himself in this position, and he put his hand up. He was willing to take the job. Good luck to the guy. I can see the points from both points of view here. I can see the points from people who want him, and see the points from people who want a different interim new manager. Sorry, to start next season. But if I would just like to see it done either way. Just if we are going to look for someone big, we can't be messing about with it, for months and months. We're going to have to do it straight as soon as the season's over. If we're looking for someone, we'll have to go in quick, get our man, and kick off a good pre-season. Because I just don't think we'll have time to mess about and to do those things. We'll have to do it very, very quickly.
George?
Well, the original point that Fox was asking about our number 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that my honest opinion, I think we've got a great guy in that dugout, Jonathan Johansson. Don't know if Fox will have seen it as well, but you see him and Murray constantly talking to each other. I didn't see much of a conversation between Murray and
Jimmy Nicholl.
Exactly, and that's what I was going to say before Busman started attacking me.
Oh, come on, I do apologise if that's what you feel.
I'm going to put my thumb in my mouth.
I agree, George, and that's what makes me wonder whether Jimmy Nicholl is the long-term assistant manager, mate. Because I don't see what other Joby does rather than eye up the squad, mate. To be honest with you, it's definitely Jonathan Johansson who's with Murty all the time, mate. And when there's tactical change, it's usually Jonathan Johansson and no Jimmy Nicholl that's involved in it.
Well, you see it the other day. You see it the other day, when he shouted, we shouted about it, and Jonathan Johansson stood and spoke to him for a couple of minutes, and then he shook his hand, and he was, away you going, Ken. It was just like, away you going. So I think, I thought it was Michael O'Neill, to be honest. That's why he was put in that place, because that was a partner. If I knew he's staying at Northern Ireland, I wouldn't know how that was going to go. But I would like to see Johansson getting kept in that dugout, because he seems to. I mean, me and Morelos, he found Morelos, so that's him got a job for life for me. Like,
Gary, then we'll go to Al before the tunes. On you go, Gary. Fox's original point.
Fox's original point about Jimmy Nicholl. I think he'd be great to have in the dressing room, if I'm honest with you. I think he's quite a passionate guy, so I think for team talks and all that kind of stuff, I think he'd be great. And for motivation for big games, whether it be Celtic or whoever. So I would definitely keep him on as the assistant.
All right. Last word on the subject to Alan 63.
Cheers, buddy. I'd honestly, just with what a few said there, George and Fox, I watched it the other night on the telly, and you could see that Jimmy Nicholl was just sitting there. He had no input whatsoever. And yet, the couple of times I seen Dundee playing against us, you saw Jimmy Nicholl mouthing away, gibbering, conversing with what's his face, that wee horrible guy with the beard. Hartley. Our last job, wasn't it? No, I forget who it was. Wasn't he Falkirk?
He was the assistant to Paul Hartley.
Aye, but whenever you saw them on Falkirk, whenever you saw them on telly, they were always like, it was like a proper number 2, if you like, proper assistant. But when you see him at our place, you don't see him having any input at all. Seems strange.
I hadn't noticed, to be perfectly honest with you.
Anyway, we've reached that time of the evening. If you don't mind going to mute, and we're going to come back to the second half of the goal, and we're going to look at the goal we scored first and foremost on Tuesday evening, Josh Windash's goal, which people are saying was a magnificent goal. Get your views on that. And then we're going to ask some of the panel for the top 5 Rangers goals. Get on.
Every other thing that is my day, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Paisley exhibitions in the Scottish Cup. We gave up every whistle to do. And when the Rangers win the European Cup, as we've done with everyone before, we'll gather round at Ibrox Park 100,000 strong and give the boys the Ibrox roll.
That's brilliant, wasn't it? Was that Lex McLean?
Could have been. Could have been.
I think it was Lex McLean.
That was Lex McLean, mate.
Aye.
Liked him. I liked him.
Lex McLean, you know who that is, Ibrox?
Nope.
Ibrox.
Should I be embarrassed in that one?
Yes, you should be, mate. If you look back, part of the 64 treble winning team.
That's a wind-up, that. That's a wind-up, that one.
He was a great comedian in his day in the 60s. Big Rangers fan. Rangers fan.
Ibrox, if it helps, I've no got a clue who he is either.
I'm saying he was a comedian in way back in the day, and he was a big Rangers fan. And every show that he put on, he used to fill out the pavilion and all that. And he always mentioned the Rangers, and these are the kind of things he used to do. When you went to see Lex McLean, you expected to see Lex McLean with the Rangers stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wee pals. Really good.
I think Oldfield just put a picture of over there, mate.
Aye, he went from live show to television, and I'm afraid that as he got older and the television didn't show him up as good. There's nothing to beat, for a person like that, there's nothing to beat live show, you know.
He's on quite a few LPs.
Aye, he is indeed, aye.
My uncle, when he came over from New Zealand the first time, which would have been, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, came over with, I think, about half a dozen of them, and we put them on. It was funny. I was young, but I still found them funny, you know.
Oh, he's a funny man. He was really funny. I've seen him quite a few times at... I used to get into the Bankies Club at Clydebank there, and he was always in there, you know.
Oh, don't be mean, Blue Shadow. Don't be mean.
Blue Shadow says we get lumbered with Andy Cameron.
That is shocking. That is shocking. I mean, I'm absolutely privileged to know Andy Cameron, so...
All right, okay. Keep on yourself. Anyway, let's talk about that goal on Tuesday evening. I'm going to go to George Logan. George Logan, when this is goal, scored the World Cup, you see it over and over again, mate.
Goal of the season, Ox, isn't it? For the back, I liked Laddie's flick as well. I mean, he played a cracking wee ball through.
Cummins and Candias.
Yeah, Cummins' flick. Bridge. I thought that was a cracking, and it's true what they're saying. I mean, I never come on last night, but I thought he was out of order what he done with the shoe. I think that's shouldn't be doing things like that at the end of the day. But that's what it is. Everybody's been talking about that, and I sort of no spoke about the goal, but the goal was an absolute dream goal. And by the way, Tavernier's goal was a cracker as well. Two cracking goals worth of winning any games. And Bridgeman, the goal on Saturday as well, that free kick. Another screaming there goal.
Absolutely fabulous. I mean, there's no doubt we've got quality. We're just not using it right, obviously.
So good goal for you, Big Ulster. You're not used to seeing goals, are you?
No. That was a magnificent goal, wasn't it? It just shows you they can play football. Just don't do it often enough, unfortunately, but it was a beautifully worked goal. Fantastic. So it was really good play. Cut Partick Thistle open, and what a ball by Candias, and what a finish as well. I know at that range you should be scoring, but with the pace that ball came in and for Windass to smack it like he did first time and place it where he did, I thought it was fantastic.
All right, so I'm going to run down my top 5 Rangers goals in reverse order.
I thought his goal was good as well.
Did you?
Right, but I thought Chav's was better.
All right, okay. I don't think it was the same class in the move and the I think it 11 seconds for the goalie having the ball out to Bates. Bates played a pass.
Oh, the team move was good. Aye, it's just I think even when he hit it, I quickly turned on to Lewis. I sat on the edge of the bed because my eyes aren't great.
Too much information now.
And Lewis is at the back. Well, we're in the bedroom, and it's the 42-inch screen we're watching it on. So when I saw the move, I thought, bloody hell, that was brilliant, especially since we Candace. He's kind of started it and finished it, didn't he? Almost. He laid it in a plate. And from what I saw, the finish, I thought the finish was almost going to be missed. I thought he was going to hit it there. No, but he didn't hit it over. It was a great goal.
For me, it was it was a 4 or 5 times better goal than Taverniers. No.
Tavs was like George. Do you remember Georgie Hadji, the Romanian? Hadji scored goals like that.
No.
I think it was to be honest,
but there's all 70 scored goals like that one, mate, and you've seen them over and over again. Right, I'm going to give you my top 5 goals, different kinds of goals. It was very, very difficult, and I changed it about 10 times. All schools going to put them in the lobby. And number 5 was Magic Bagheera's goal against Dundee United.
That was a great goal, Ox. That was a great goal.
Yep.
The one he beat the whole, he ran for the halfway line or something.
All school will put it in the lobby just in a minute.
See it there.
Yep, here he goes.
Magic right enough, eh? Magic right enough.
Yeah, lovely. That was like a Gaza run, wasn't it?
No, that was better, mate.
I think he scored that midweek as well, Ox, against Stuttgart, is that right?
I think he did, mate. What a goal. Was that a night? Boys scored 5.
Ooh, there's a question. You might be right there, by the way, Ox.
But I just thought for a centre half to come and do that, and put the ball in it, and that was number 5. Number 4 was Davy Cooper's goal against Aberdeen in the League Cup final. Fox. I think it's one of the hardest I've ever seen a football struck by anybody.
That the free kick?
The free kick.
Yeah.
You even heard it live. When you were at the game, you heard it. Which I don't think I've ever experienced at a football match. Yeah, so all school will put that in. There it's there.
That's class.
Brilliant.
Beautiful goal. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. The man
that wasn't with your fancy new boy either, mate. What a rocket that is.
Number 3 was his very same man, David Cooper, in the same goal at Hampden in the 1979 Dryborough Cup final. A tremendous bit of skill, and I think if the cameras had been there properly that day, and it wasn't just not quite cine camera, but it wasn't far away for it. You might have seen the goal more and more. It might have been the number 1, but the coverage maybe doesn't do it justice and what a bit of skill. But the same man, the late great David Cooper, with 2 goals and 2 completely different goals. Bridgeman.
Yeah, it's just wonderful to watch. I'm afraid that I was away at the country when half the stuff that you're talking about happened, but saw it on the TV a number of times. Just great. He was a fantastic player. Wonderful left foot. Just brilliant.
I just love that goal, mate. You could just keep watching that and again.
And I have to say, Loyal, I have to say even more particularly because against them, that one, brilliant. Just brilliant.
Right. Number 2 was a volley. I think I gave it because the hardness of the technique was Jonas Tern's goal against Celtic, unfortunately, 1998 when we blew 10 in a row. We went top of the league when he scored that goal. It was a technique in this volley. I thought it was one of the hardest shots. But that's my second best one is Jonas Tern.
That was a screamer, Ox.
It was a great goal. Fantastic.
And I thought it was going to be the goal. It was a catalyst for 10 in a row. It was a technique for me.
Any better than...
it would have been worthwhile, mate. It would have been worthwhile
Similar goal to Ray Wilkins, but I think it was a harder.
Wilkins was more kind of central, but wasn't he?
Aye.
Yeah.
Wilkins' goal looked at it.
Smashing goal.
And number one for me was Gazza's run for the 8 in a row goal. And I could have put any of them in at number one, any order. One of the other ones that stuck out for me was Rod Wallace's goal against Dortmund, but that's my top 5. And the last one, the top 5 goal was Gazza's goal in the 8 in a row game. Well, he scored the 3 of them, but the one where he ran and it seemed to take an age, and the world stopped still, and then he put it in the goal, and we all could relax because we knew we'd won the league for the 8th time.
Fair play to you, mate. Every one of your goals were pretty superb there, mate. Super play.
That 8 in a row goal, any one of the goals that day, Ox, but that one there, I've told you a million times, I've spoken about this a million times, I actually get goose pimples when I talk about this game, because see that day, and I don't care what anybody said, I love Barry Ferguson a bit, I love Ian Ferguson, all these guys, Laudrup, Gascoigne, every one of them, but that day, that was the day I seen a man run a show. He ran a show, he done everything, even the Rangers players were standing watching saying, I've just seen it, it's unbelievable. The guy just took the game with the scruff of the neck and wiped the flare with Aberdeen Ox. I've never seen nothing, and I've never seen nothing since that in my life before. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree, George. I think for one of those kind of genius type things, that's up there with watching Maradona pulling Argentina towards World Cups. You know what I mean? That performance that day.
Can we all do something like this, Oxtear? I don't mean the gifts. I don't mean them. I mean. Can we talk it through
waiting for people, I think, waiting for people to send them through to them, and he was going to dig them out. Yeah. That's my top 5. I'll go to you then next, Bridge, if you've had a look at you. No, I'll go to Fox. I know he's done his. Right. Give you a time to polish yours up. Fox?
Oh, God. If you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then aye.
Whatever way you want, mate. Whatever way you want.
Number 5, Jorge Alberts, mate. Against the Tims. Similar to the Bagheera goal, mate. Picked up the ball in his own half. Drifted right through the Celtic defence. Celtic, the last defender, a dummy, and slammed it into the right-hand corner, mate. A terrific goal.
Semi-final at Parkhead?
Yep.
Yeah, great goal, mate. Great goal.
I've went for goals that meant something more than how great they were. That was a great goal, but another one was like a breakaway that we had in the Partick game was when the 9-man Rangers beat St Mirren, mate. That breakaway goal involving Naismith and the ball into Kenny Miller. He won it for us. I thought that was a great goal and all.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Number 3, I've got to agree with you, was another team goal was Wallace against Dortmund, mate. That was a tremendous move for Rangers. A great team goal.
And against a good side.
A very good side. The cut back inside the box for Alberts, mate, straight back on him. They just slotted into the far corner. Terrific goal. My number 2 is Ali McCoist against Leeds United. Another breakaway involving Durant, Big Hateley, superb ball to the forward back post, and a brilliant header for McCoist right into the corner, mate. And my number 1, because it meant so much, was Colin Steen's goal in 72, mate. A simple goal, a long ball up, he out-muscled the centre half and rifled it in to put us on our way for the European Cup, mate. That's my 5.
Well, remember when we done this yesterday, we were talking, all the goals we picked were all games we were at. Yeah? It was all games we were at. So
I've made a mistake then because I wasn't doing it Leeds, mate. So
I was at Ellen Road, so I'll give you that one.
Right, okay.
All right, so Big Ulster, I know you said yours to Old School Blues, so let's hear yours, mate.
Yep, well, mine maybe aren't the greatest ever goals you'll have ever seen as a...
Yeah, that goal that never happened at Cowden Beef would be in there.
I wish. But no, I've got different reasons behind each goal. So,
all right.
I think the first one I'll go for. I'm trying to see what order Old School has them, but I'll put them in anyway and see. So the first one for me is Paul Gascoigne's goal against Dunfermline. My first ever game at Ibrox in '97, and that was the first ever game. Obviously, back then, everybody, well, I'm sure it was the same in Scotland, but back home, we had the police blowing her. Going over to Ibrox and watching Paul Gascoigne score a goal was something amazing for me. And I remember coming home in the boat, absolutely buzzing, couldn't wait to tell all my friends that I watched Gaza scoring one. So that's number one for me. I think he has that one in the lobby at the minute.
Was that last time we won when you were over?
That's bad.
Hey, man. Nanny with hands.
On you go, next one.
That was cool. I love that. That was just such a great memory for me, being our first ever time.
Everybody went quiet.
Hey, I'm. Oh, sorry. Ulster, isn't it?
Ulster.
Oh, next one. Right. Yep. Okay. Next one. Well, first ever game I was with my brother. That's the first time we ever got to watch a game together at Ibrox. Was the Edu goal against Celtic last minute. That was a great memory. As I say, it wasn't a magnificent goal, but memories with my brother.
Wait a minute, Ulster. Somebody's got the show on. Put the show up, please. Me. Carry on, Ulster.
Yep. So the Edu goal last minute winner against them. I thought that's another memory I'll say with the brother. So that'll live long in the memory.
Well, that was for distance, wasn't it?
I don't mind it. Last minute winner against them. I don't care how it goes.
Right. That's a brilliant goal against Dunfermline, Gazas, wasn't it?
Oh, that was just. I couldn't. I just went home. The next day when obviously you get home from the boat late, but run about the street. I seen Gaza score. It was just what a great memory. The next one I'll go for is Lovenkran's goal. It was my first ever game with my father in the Champions League.
Right.
Don't know if you remember. Obviously, the Italian used to be on Channel 4 on a Sunday, and I always had a wee thing for Inter Milan. So to watch Lovenkran's actually score a goal against Inter Milan was absolutely amazing. So that's another goal. That would be in the third one.
Yeah, that was a good goal, mate. Good goal. Yep. Number 2.
Next one would be the Jalovic goal. Another only refreshing the memory because it was first ever cup final watching us beat Celtic.
Yep.
That's it. That's the one that sort of spun. It was sort of out, but spun back in again.
Yeah. Big pressure goal, aye. This Milan goal was a good goal, wasn't it? Good break. And that was us. I think that was the night we became the first Scottish team to get the last 16 in the Champions League, wasn't it? Yep.
That's right. That was amazing. I enjoyed that night. And the last one, which is probably the best out of all of them, maybe not memory-wise for everybody, but probably the best out of the bunch, was the Novo scoring against Falkirk when he came off the bench.
In the cup final, yeah.
So that's my fifth. That's probably the best out of the pick, but as I say, I picked them all.
One for the throw-in, Ulster.
Sorry, go ahead.
Was that a goal for a throw-in?
Yes.
Yeah, throw-in, he just leathered the eye.
It was too warm for Boyd to play.
Aye, that's right. Too warm for Boyd to play. I remember that. All right, good pick.
Yeah, so it's mostly due to memories, lads. So
yeah, but still good goals, big goals, great goals, good memories. Right, Bridgman, I know you're like a cat in a hat turn roof.
I've got minor.
Just to let everybody know, you had to go to Patty News to get Bridgman.
No, I've taken it all back, and I'm thinking it's that these goals are all over the last 3 or 4 years. So I've been basically everybody will remember them, and that's for sure. My number 5 on my list was the Tavernier goal against Peterhead at Hampden in that cup final when he lobbed that goal. Remember, Foxy, we were sitting at the back there, just fabulous. Must have been 25 to 30 yards, absolute screamer, right at the top. Brilliant goal. Absolutely superb. Number 4, again, Tavernier. It was against the Hibs at Ibrox. We were in the Championship at the time, and he took a free kick from, to all intents and purposes, out wide left for him into the Copeland Road end, and it dipped in at the very. I thought it was going over the bar. I'm shouting, "No, you've hit it too hard!" and my goodness gracious, it dipped straight in. What a night that was. What a goal. And along with following on from what Ulster was saying, all these goals meant something. I think the 4-2 game against Hibs at Ibrox, Waghorn's fourth goal, when he left that boy for dead, and I'm sure that boy's still wandering around the Copeland front looking for the ball, and he just brilliant goal, took him on, and sold him 3 dummies in a row, and put the ball in the net. Just fabulous. Number 2 for me was Halliday's goal at Hampden against Hibs. When we went, that was the goal he scored. It was either equaliser or they went 2-1. I can't remember which.
Went 2-1 up.
Went 2-1 up. Now that was just fabulous. The whole place just went absolutely radio rental. Obviously, unfortunately, it didn't work that way. And number 1 for me, and I'm not being funny when I say this, wee Barry Mackay scoring against them at Hampden, the semi-final, and that's the game. That goal there changed Celtic's philosophy completely. They did not know what to do. It's their worst defeat they've ever had in their history when they thought they were going to beat a championship side, and we ended up putting them out the cup. What a day, what a celebration, what a goal by Barry Mackay. Fabulous. And can I just say, for the team goal, I have to say, and I wasn't at the game, I was at all those other games, but the team goal for me is the one we saw earlier on for Windass against Thistle. Goalkeeper to Bates to Candace to Cummins to Candace, into Windass, ball in the net, bang, 11 seconds. Fabulous, just fabulous. Thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah, brilliant, Bridge. Some good picks there. And that Tavernier one, the volley against Peterhead, I don't think that gets the credit it's due because of the opposition, but the technique, it wouldn't matter to you were playing the way you hit that ball.
Oh,
it's a goal.
Wonderful.
It's a goal.
Just wonderful.
Ibrox Loyal, I know you've been working hard, you've homework to do, failed miserably, but let's see your top 5 goals.
No, I've only managed to just get them to Old School the New, mate. I've just managed to send them.
Don't worry, you're only 24 hours late. But
I get kicked off, mate, so...
carry on.
He's when I come back to me, mate, I just need to get the 2 other goals to him, and then that's me done. So I don't know if it'll be tomorrow night before we'll get mine up.
Time, so you'll need to run them tonight. Yeah, what's your top 5? Let's hear them.
Right, well, the first one is obviously Albert's goal against Bayern Munich in 1999, the Champions League, mate.
All right.
I need to get them up here. This thing's frozen again, mate.
Number 4. We lost them. Ibrox, you there? All right. George,
Ox, I didn't actually know you were going to do that night, Ox.
No, I know.
I got a stunner when you talk about all Rangers games and things like that, but I mean, all the goals you spoke about there in the Ox, I mean, every single one of them, I can actually picture them. But a few goals that hasn't been mentioned, just mate,
on you go, mate.
The Mendes goal.
Yes,
the 4-2 game. I mean, I think that was a touch of class. Probably not going to be a Gascoigne. It was just. I can actually remember that commentator's words and everything. I thought that was an absolute class goal. I mean, we're talking about the Lovenkrands Cup final. Barry Ferguson free kick that day as well. Absolute screamer for me.
Yep.
It was a great goal. And a goal was not actually spoke about an awful lot, but the Gary McSwiggan header.
Against Marseille.
Against Marseille. I mean, that was a cracking goal as well. He was just a young lad at the time. But then the other one, I think you mentioned the McCoy's goal, or Fox mentioned the McCoy's goal against Leeds. The Haley goal against Leeds. I mean, that was a touch of class as well. I mean,
Duran's goal away to Marseille was some goal, mate.
That's right. So it was. You're right there. You're right. I mean, we've had some cracker. Even even the goals that we didn't even talk about. I mean, the Hamdani free kick. Was it a free kick? No, wasn't it? Just a strike, wasn't it? Hamdani, Walter Smith's first game back for against Celtic. Was that one? For when we beat them, I think that was a draw actually for the big boy, God rest his soul, past three last year. Echiok's overhead kick.
Things like that. I mean, one as well, George. That was close to getting the match top 5. Yeah.
The goals usually not talking about Gascoigne and that. I mean, they're outstanding, world class. There are a lot of goals out there that we didn't actually talk about as well. For me, were classic goals like.
George, you probably remember it. He's got a great memory. He had Gascoigne running down McFerrin the left wing. They crossed the Ur for McCoist, and McCoist scored against the Filth. I think, no, I'm not dead sure, I think in the same game it was the opposite. Did McCoist no run down and cross the ball for him to score?
The goal that McCoy scored when Gascoigne done that was what about Gaz's goal at Parkhead when his first Old Firm game and McCoy's played him through and he ran, he burst through.
Right. Different class.
Even the McCoy's overhead kick against Hibs.
Aye,
absolutely. Big Hateley's header against Aberdeen. Woohoo! Brilliant stuff.
The press had us going to get a doon against the Filth. It was a night game, and Bo Anderson, I think, twice ran for about the halfway line and scored.
That was the night Albert scored the free kick, mate. What a free kick. Ibrox, are you back? Right, he's gone. All right, Gary.
Your game. Oxtear, the one with David Cooper taking the pee and chipping it here, there and everywhere. That same game, the Sandy Jardine goal.
Sandy Jardine goal, yeah.
Sandy Jardine, aye.
I have to say, big John Gregg scored a whole string of fantastic goals for Rangers from somebody playing in defence. It's just amazing stuff. Brilliant.
And somebody mentioned earlier on that big fella, Kuzan. There was a game at Parkhead. We beat him 4-2, and it was kind of a mega acute angle.
Absolutely.
And he scored a few out of front post.
I think Purzo was a fantastic goal scorer as well, man. He's got some great goals for us. We've been very fortunate to score some great goals. Conterman, my God. Delaware just put it in there.
That wee Mark Wilson actually says on one of the radio members, Mark Wilson, that goal you're talking about, Bridge, that remember the skint Mark Wilson out in the wing, big Kuzan, was it Leuven's or something like that, and put it in the back of the net. But that wee Mark Wilson said that he said they've never been so glad for somebody to be took off that day. He said they rang me ragged.
He get sent off. He sent off, George.
He was sent off, that's right. Remember Mr. Hingman? He said he was punching me. He said he was kicking me. He said he was too strong. Aye, he said he's the hardest player I've ever played against in my whole entire life. He said I've never played against anybody that gave me so much hassle. He was a great player for us. He was
absolutely, but a warrior, an absolute out and out warrior. And when he came out in that pitch, he went to war. I love that. I love players like
Let's go to Gary then. He's a bit younger. Gary.
I was just going to say, you're all stealing my thunder here.
Sorry, Gary.
No, there's a couple though that haven't been mentioned here.
Have you got five?
Yes, I've got five. Right, so number 5 is Brian Laudrup against Dundee United. Ball's crossed in, he skins 2 of them in the box, curls it round the keeper.
Who crossed it?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
Charlie Miller.
I thought it was Charlie Miller. I thought it was. Number 4 was Bert Conterman against Celtic at Hampden.
Who passed the ball to him?
You're wanting all the fine details here. Oh, number 3 for me, this ago, it's not been mentioned yet. Jamie Ness.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Who took the corner? Buford took the corner.
Jamie Ness against Celtic. 2 has been mentioned, but I had it already. It was Tab's goal against Peterhead.
Aye, some strike, mate. Strike.
Absolutely.
Who was in goal for Peterhead?
Probably some Bricky or something, I don't know.
Boy used to be in goals for Rangers.
Aye, correct.
Say that again.
He played for Rangers, a goalkeeper. I can't remember his name, not life of life, mate.
Left us and went to Motherwell, but I can't remember the boy's name.
Oh, Graham Smith?
No.
Carry on, Gary. Your number 1 goal.
My number 1 is wee Nacho at against Falkirk at Hampden.
Right, okay.
What
Who took the throw
in? Do you know I know this? No, I don't. I thought I knew it, but I don't. For some reason, I wanted to say
the second half. Nacho Nova.
To be fair, the last reading from the thermometer on the pitch, Bill.
Thanks,
David. Well, let's hope that he's the only one who feels like that. Otherwise, the final might be somewhat. The Spaniard has been in Scotland for a few years, perhaps more accustomed to those stifling temperatures. We shall see. Certainly, Rangers need some sort of injection in this second half of urgency. They are to start making more of an impact in this cup final. On the plus side, though, Falkirk, despite their superiority in the first half, in terms of play and possession, you have to say, weren't able to trouble the goalkeeper. Like Novo! Well, that is what you call an impact! Under 30 seconds of the second half play, and Nacho Novo does that. An absolute stunner. Well, that's the only one word to describe it, Bill. Absolutely stunning. He just loses Scott Arfield here. Scott Arfield ended up wrong side, and Novo's got the time to allow it to drop to a nice height. And Mallow is absolutely helpless. I wouldn't blame the goalkeeper. I don't think he's out of position. He's slightly towards his front post, as you'd expect. And that is just about unsavable. A wonderful effort from the substitute. And not for the first time, Nacho Novo has bailed Rangers out.
I'd like to see watching that as well. Brilliant.
Number 4, Alan?
Oh, Jinx. I don't really have a top 5. Like I said, I remember that Sandy Jardine one and the Cooper one.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do you know remember the Kai Johansson goal at Hampden?
Aye.
The Kai Johansson goal, should I say?
Aye, the one for about, I don't know, 35 yards or something.
Aye, we ended up at the halfway line. They hit it into the net. You know, yeah, that was a great goal.
That's right, it was the halfway line.
And wee Bud Johnson scored some fabulous goals for us as well.
Remember the one that Alec McDonald scored a diving header against the
Phil?
That was
just wonderful. Just wonderful.
Just the whole time.
That was a 75 League Cup final, I think.
I tell you what, you don't have to bring back some memories. You don't jog it. Just tremendous stuff.
Like Blue says, one of the ones earlier on, because he went and wrote it in, but it was honestly in my head. It was Haley's hit against Leeds United. There's Voice and then there's Voice, isn't there?
That's right. Well,
I know it could easily hit Rose Z, but didn't it? It was just a cracking.
But didn't it? Wasn't it a similar goal? When I say similar, I mean in the nicest way. A similar goal to a wee loss, because who was it that scored their Leeds' first goal at Ibrox?
It was that McAllister. McAllister, the Rangers fan.
That's right. And then a similar goal on the edge of the box or something like that. A big Haley just smashed it and it went in over the top of the goalkeeper. Oh, brilliant. That was a great goal there.
Similarities there because their whole place went quiet, didn't it?
Absolutely. It was just...
They heard a pin drop.
They absolutely killed us at Ibrox that night.
Didn't go quiet where I was sitting now.
I wasn't there. I saw that on the telly.
CC's I was sitting just in front of the director's box, in front of the United director's box. CC sent me his favourite all-time Rangers goal. I'll give you a clue. It wasn't from open play.
Penalty. Free kick.
That's all I'm getting.
Novo's penalty.
Well said,
what was it?
Novo's penalty. Brace yourself, Manchester.
Oh, the final. Yeah.
Brace yourself, Manchester.
That was amazing.
What a night that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's one of those moments, isn't it? That's the moment. Where were you when Novo scored a penalty?
I have to say one thing. I'm not being funny. The big Ulster used it in his lot. The goal that gave me the most joy of any goal, and this is for a game I actually wasn't at, and the most joy watching it on the TV was the Edu's goal. That just blew my head. I really, really did. I don't know what happened to me for the next 10 minutes. I was at that one. I wasn't at that game, but what a goal, nevertheless.
I was in the government stand and the noise was just...
Do you know, I was there as well, obviously.
One at a time. Right, Gary, on you go.
I was going to say, I was there as well, obviously, sitting in... I was in a different space in the wheelchair section at that time. And there was a guy sitting 3 rows behind me. And he jumped up and he actually fell forward all 3 rows and knocked me out my chair.
The guy was in a wheelchair and jumped up?
No. He was sitting in the normal seats behind. He fell forward, fell forward the 3 rows, knocked me out my chair.
Do you remember, I don't know if you do remember, it's Kenny Miller's goal against Aberdeen second last time when we beat them 2-0.
Aye.
In Aberdeen. Oh my God, he hit me that ball in a volley now, just absolutely fizzed in.
That's the show, the goal was in the opening show.
That's the intro.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, the intro.
Woof in the sin.
What about Lee Wallace's third goal against the Tims, mate, when under McCoy's, when we beat them 3-2 when they came to Ibrox to win the league?
That was a great goal as well, mate.
I think that was Steve Davis, wasn't it, that clipped the ball through him and he just powered into the edge of the box, man, and then into the box and slid it by the keeper.
I think
Big Foster, wasn't it? Big Foster would be in goal then.
There's a great goal that Stephen Naismith scored that season against them when we beat them 4-2. The previous game at Ibrox, mate, his technique, he cut across it and put it right in the corner. Some fabulous goals.
Is that the one he scored right at the end?
No, this was the first goal we scored. I think it was the opener that day. We went on and won 4-2.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He put his fingers in his ears, didn't he?
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
George, some fabulous goals, eh?
Oh, but absolutely brilliant. I mean, every time somebody says something, it triggers a memory again. It triggers the one that Fox just said there. There's always that picture when Wallace runs up to the fans and puts his hands in there. And there's another picture that goes about when you see Big Foster lying in the gruntee. That's always one that goes about. One you mentioned earlier about the Novo. I mean, we could go through that full campaign, not even just that season, that campaign. We scored some cracking goals in that thing. I mean, that one, Whittaker's couple of goals, that run against Sporting Lisbon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
That run that night, I mean, that was absolutely fantastic. Charlie Adams' goal against, was it Stuttgart in that?
Aye, Stuttgart, aye.
I think that was actually in the Champions League, but it was the same season.
George, against the filth, Charlie Adams, you mentioned him.
The one who went under the wall.
And they all jumped. That was brilliant.
See, it's bringing smiles to all our faces now, isn't it? All these memories, absolutely brilliant. What about Big Nisbet's goal?
That's the Barry was saying in the lobby there as well, aye.
Do you remember Andy Murdoch's goal against Rafe Rovers?
Oh, my God, that was a woof. Brilliant.
Absolutely stunning strike.
Some great stuff, some absolutely great stuff. There was a boy, was it the boy McCabe? Was it McCabe his name was?
Rhys McCabe.
Rhys McCabe scored against them as well. Absolutely fantastic. Against Celtic, that is. Great stuff.
Nah, Rhys McCabe never scored against Celtic.
Who was it he scored? He scored a fantastic goal. Who was it against it?
I can't remember, wasn't it?
No, it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm thinking of the boy I mentioned earlier against them. But these are the one, the kind of one.
There's the Fruit Stranger come in for the 16-year-old Derek Johnston. Me and Fox, we talked about that goal, Fox, didn't we?
We did, mate. It was a great result for us at a great time, mate, but it was just one of them. We just managed to go up in between Craig and Big McNeil, mate, and put it down into the corner. I can remember going mental when that one went in, mate. The script was wrote for him, but wasn't it? 16-year-old scored a winner in the cup final, mate.
16-year-old.
Fox, I mind my dad usually talking about it. When I say usually, now and again he would bring it up. And the fact that he was 16, and the two guys that he beat were looked upon as these big colossus centre halves.
No, they were, mate. They were the Lisbon Cubs, as they were called.
Magic.
Ox, you know how you were saying about goals that when it's against lesser opposition, they don't get as much credit.
Yeah.
Stevie Smith against Queen of the South, free kick.
Away from home?
Yes.
Good goal, mate. Good goal. Boy never fulfilled his potential, did he? I don't know if it was injuries, because he was a steady player. He could have,
Aye. Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to. My older brother went and told me the guy up the back from where he lived. I don't know what his position was, but he knew all about Rangers and what was going on. And the boy was supposed to have some hip problem. That guy Smith, and the whole thing about him being signed was all to do. Watersmith just thought this guy's going to be the next kind of genius at left back, and it obviously didn't work out because he was injured for long in Mary, and it was all supposed to be to do with this hip injury he had.
Can I just say I found one more, guys?
Go on, pal, go on.
Lewis McLeod against Livingston.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. He was a great player for us. Smashing wee player.
Yeah, did we not score 2 overhead kicks that day, Gary? That big stupid guy did. He not scored one. That big Milo Mosned. He not scored an overhead kick that day as well. In fact, Kensahan, Lewis McLeod scored an overhead kick against Ayr United, and so did Milo Mosned in the same day. Both overhead kicks. That's right. It was Ayr United.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's still back playing yet, McLeod, is he?
He looked like a cracking player to you, didn't he?
I think they knew he was going to have injury problems, George. I think when you start getting the kind of injuries so young, there tends to be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Just shows you we were going mental at that point when we sold him. It ended up maybe the best £1 million we've ever got.
There was also Jig against Clyde.
Big Jig scored a lot of good goals for us, by the way.
Yeah.
Some smashing headers.
Long range strike against Clyde when we beat them 8-1.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember he had scored a fabulous goal. They had scored a good goal against us at Parkhead and just went up the park. I think it was straight from a corner. And Big Jig popped it in the net. Oh, just marvellous. What an equaliser. Wow.
The second goal against Leon as well, Bridge.
Aye, he's got him. Yeah.
The 3-0 game against Leon, he scored a cracking goal. The wee American boy scored that day as well. He ran
Rayner.
Who's that?
Rayner. Beasley. DeMarcus.
In the 3-0 game against Leon, but I think Lee McCulloch's header's still going to know what a header it was.
By the way, I saw something in Follow saying that he's over assistant manager of a Polish team. Is it Polish? Lee McCulloch, and apparently he's going back to play football for them. He's been asked to play football for the team.
He's on Poland. Just digress a wee bit.
Might not ask him a second time.
I would love Walter Smith to get that. I can't name his board, but I would love Walter Smith to get not the manager's job, but the other job that's going to Scottish football now. I would love Walter Smith to get that, by the way. Every Rangers fan on the planet. Every Rangers fan on the planet should be trying to get Walter Smith to that. Whatever it is, the CEO of Scottish football, whatever it is, that would be, because Walter Smith is Rangers daft, and he'd pull a few strings for the Rangers anyway. Couldn't do much as the Rangers Scotland manager, but if he was in it, that other one, he'd be a great guy to get in there for Rangers.
Stop the filth, milking it, wouldn't it?
I've not seen him linked with that job, mate, but only time will tell. But some cracking goals in there, Fox. You've got to pick one now. Come on, out of all the goals, pick your top.
Hey, guys, remember, there's not been mentioning the goals that Mo scored, and there's not even mentioning the goals that...
There's just so many, but Alan, isn't there? There's so many.
Scored.
Foxes. Yeah. As many as you thought, but Fox, people's come in with different goals, maybe triggered your memory. Pick one that you never picked.
Picked one I never picked. Oh, God. I think it would have to be Mendes' goal against the Tims, mate. The knock in for the corner, and he just struck it, mate. What a goal that was. I don't think it rose more than a foot off the ground, did it?
The way he cut across it, the technique was there. I'm going to go for Tavernier's goal against Peter Reid, because just outstanding technique and deserved more credit than the goal, but obviously it wasn't a big competition. George, you've got to pick one that you never mentioned now.
I never even thought about it, actually. I'll go for my mate Barry in the Oliver Blackburn Bear. He mentioned the Van Bronckhorst going against Monaco. That was a cracking goal. I never even thought about that, by the way. I think it was were we still the last British team to beat them, Ox? I think we probably are,
Oh, I don't know about that, mate, but there wasn't a lot of teams won there, was there?
No, there
wasn't a lot of teams won there.
You can find out in the Sunday Euro show, George, if you happen to be listening. I'm quite sure to let you know.
Oh, is that back, is it?
Yeah, Sunday.
Back is Sunday, 8 o'clock, mate.
On you go, Bridge. One, the other ones you missed.
I think it was mentioned a wee bit earlier. Lewis McLeod overhead kick. Who was that against again?
Livingston.
Livingston, aye. That was a great goal. Look, there's been so many. There has been so many. But that one there, Lewis McLeod, I loved that goal.
Ulster?
Only other one I can think of is first ever game away at Parkhead where McCullough scored the header for the equaliser and the place just went mental, so I'll put that one in as well.
Here. Gary?
Right, are we talking about ones that other people have picked, aye?
Yeah.
Right. In that case, I'll go for Gaza's goal against Dunfermline. The run.
Yeah, it was a great goal.
Yeah.
Alan, 63?
I honestly can't remember who went and said it. I'll guess and say it was Fox, but I'm not dead sure. The Davy Cooper chipping it over this one and that one and another one. There was 3 of them, wasn't there? And then he slipped it by the goalkeeper. Now, you can think of all the different greats that have been in football, and you've never seen them doing that.
No. And a cup final as well, Alan.
Love that. Yeah.
And a cup final, alright, it wasn't a major cup final.
I know, yeah.
Final.
There was also one night, I think it was a cup game, a Scottish cup game, but I'm not dead sure. And Davy Cooper went and scored a rifle free kick against Alan Rough. Obviously Hibs. At Ibrox. I remember being there. There was fights that night. I got caught up in some of it. It was a good night. I liked that.
Scored a lot of goals against Alan Rough when he played for Partick Thistle.
Right.
Here's another one that's not been mentioned yet.
Yep, on you go, Gary.
And I'm surprised because he scored a lot of great goals for us. Marco Negri against Dundee United. Kept the ball up, passed to him, lobbed the keeper.
Aye, was that when he scored the 5?
Aye, that's it. Aye, the day scored 5.
Amazing, isn't it? Just amazing.
Aye.
We've got great memories, haven't we? Us? Great memories, great players to remember. Fantastic.
Another one as well. The Boers diving heater against the Mankey mob when he ran at the back of the stand as well. That was a cracking goal too. He scored a couple of good goals for us as well, De Boer. We could go on all night for this, by the way. You need to extend
Actually, you know the big tall fella that cost £11 million? What was his name again?
Tor.
12 million. He had a flick of the bottom of that bar.
Somebody's just said that.
I'm just going to say that. Aye, he caught it with like the outside of his right ankle, if you like, wasn't it? Awesome.
Aye. Somebody's just said in the lobby there, Newman against Celtic. Remember that one?
Good goal.
We're very lucky to have a lot of good players, great players, scored great goals. But I have to say, from an instantaneous explosion, it probably felt all over the world. Edu scoring.
Aye, definitely.
Also loved Kevin Drinkel's goal against Celtic in the 5-1 game.
Aye, yeah.
Great header for a Walters cross.
I didn't mention Walters' goals either. He scored some smashing goals, Walters. Wow.
And of course, there's 1,001 for McCoist. It's just trying to bring them to mind, isn't it?
Aye.
Well, for me, it's Negard.
There's Edu's goal again. Look at that. That place goes Radio Rento.
McCoist overhead kick, Parkhead beat when he came on as substitute. Remember?
Against Hibs, the League Cup final.
Parkhead that was, wasn't it?
Remember, as soon as wasn't giving them games, and he came on and he scored 2 against Aberdeen. I think Bet might have scored 2 that day, I'm not sure. He got hated, didn't he? Bet when he went there. But he'd only just come on. And somebody, I think it was for a shy, and Ali caught it, kind of like round about his chest, and it was McLeish that was right behind him. And he got a wee turn on him and volleyed it. And it was some goal, some angle.
I know McCoist.
Big Amoruso scored a couple of crackers too. Big free kick. I can't remember who the free kick was against, but I remember he scored a screamer of a free kick.
Thunderous free kick, yeah.
I can't remember.
I liked the other one when he headed the ball against them. I think it was at Ibrox, and you could see in his face the joy and everything. He just, and he ran up with his arms out like an airplane all the way up the park. It was just amazing reaction. Amazing.
There's Della Beard just said in the lobby, Aluko's goal against them.
Yeah,
I watched that just the other week. And I I couldn't remember it being just as good as what it was. It was absolutely brilliant.
So, somebody mentioned a Rod Wallace goal.
Same game as Lee Wallace, aye.
Oh, it would have been, aye.
I was going to say, somebody mentioned a Rod Wallace goal. What goal was that again?
Against Dortmund.
Aye. 19 passes.
Aye, but we're trying to play out to half time. I think somebody was injured in the game, wasn't there?
Aye, that's right.
And we were trying to keep a hold of the ball. Aye, right on half time, and then we just broke it. And the move was absolutely fantastic after that.
You think in a away game against Stuttgart, I think they won 2-0. And somebody scored a really good goal in that. I can't remember who.
Charlie Adam.
What about Bobby Russell's goal against Eindhoven?
Aye, that was another breakaway, mate. Aye.
That was a history maker that night as well. They had never lost 3 goals in a European game at home.
Well, we know the first team to win there in Europe.
I think so, yeah. But nobody had ever scored 3 goals.
Still convinced that big Derek Johnson had to get injured with an Oak took for loan and then don't know where we ended up that year.
We could devote a whole show to this, by the way.
And the rest. Brilliant, isn't it? It's really, really enjoying it. It's enthralling.
Aye.
Yeah.
There's some swine with kind of what you would term shoulder length, kind of curly hair. And he scored for a great distance against McCloy, German. Was that Caroline?
Was that no against Valencia?
Valencia. It could have been. It could have been
Rainer
Valencia.
Bonhoff scored.
Rainer Bonhoff.
And Kempes scored.
Yeah.
Kempes scored too.
Ray Wilkins against Celtic, 1988.
Yeah, that was a great goal. I was between that and Jonas Tern, mate. They were pretty similar goals, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember a mad one against Celtic? I think that 5-1 game, it was McCoist. Somebody crossed the ball and he headed it for a strange angle and it went up near. And it was that guy Andrews that was in goals and it dropped down at the far post. It was like up in the air and you're like, where's it going? And it was a goal.
They're showing one in the lobby now. The one Morelos sort of got up. He challenged the keeper and he got him. The keeper was standing waiting to hit the ball.
Aye.
The ball off and scored. That was a cheeky goal, that one. That was brilliant. Very good.
That's striker's instinct, that.
Absolutely.
I always remember the one as well where Big Marvin Andrews, I've since seen it on the telly, and the commentator sort of fell laughing at Big Marvin Andrews. What's he going to do with the ball here? And he plays the ball for about 65 yards, right on to Dado Purcell, and Dado Purcell bang right in the top corner. That's against the Rotten Mob as well. That was a good goal as well, wasn't it? It wasn't the greatest goal in the world, but it was just the way they were commentating on it, like Ken trying to sell the big fella, like,
Fox, here's one for you. What about Colin Steen's goal to win the league in 75?
Aye. I don't know, mate. I'm just looking at a wee tune.
All right. Might be the only one on here. Alan, you'll remember that.
What tune?
No, Colin Steen's goal.
Colin Steen.
75.
Oh, I would if my memory works. Yeah, if somebody described it, I would see it.
I think it was a boy to Sandy Jardine, beat a couple of players, gave it out. I think it was Bobby McKean. Bobby McKean crossed it in, and Steen come out and headed the ball into the net after Sandy had missed a penalty. It must have been 40,000 Rangers supporters through there that day, at least.
Yeah, Sandy didn't miss many penalties.
No, he hit the post.
Mm.
At the post. Anyway, gentlemen.
Stephen Parlane. I know Derek Johnson scored loads, but Stephen Parlane scored a lot of kind of dancer, because we used to we weren't at the games, the JB Daft radios that were like, I don't know, about 6 inches by 7
We've had some
inches.
great goal scorers, haven't we? We've had some great goal scorers played for us.
Just brilliant memories.
All right, so we've reached that time of the evening and we'll go to Big Ulster. Give us a shout out, big man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But it was good to share a few memories with you. So it was great to hear all everybody else's memories. So great show, guys. Hope you
I
all
loved
have
your pick, mate. I loved your picks because of the personal touch in them, mate.
Yep, this is it. It's all memories. We all have them, so it's great to share them with everybody.
Alan 63.
Oh, the one that's in the lobby just now. Did anybody pick that? Give us speaking of slide.
No, it's slide pass to Durant. Oxyard mentioned it earlier, pal. Great goal. That was great goal.
1986. That was the first the Rangers and Celtic League game live on the telly.
I watched it up in a bowling club. It was brilliant. My shout out is go to Mr. Murty, and it's nothing to do with me. Mr. Murty's in the job, and I wish you well. And get these guys gelling every day at the training. Let's get out there and hammer this mob on Sunday.
George Logan.
Oh, a brilliant show. It's absolutely brilliant show. I'm going to just go on YouTube and watch all these goals now and remember all these nights and days we had supporting the Rangers. Brilliant show. Well done, everybody.
John Gary.
Aye, absolutely. That's probably been one of the best shows we've done, I think, since I've been on here. It's been fantastic. Great memories. Loved it, and well done to everybody.
Here, mate. Fox.
Good night. Thanks to those in the lobby taking part and those listening.
Yeah. Frenchman.
What can I say? All those thoughts and marvellous thoughts and really and truly great shout-outs. What a great night. Another great night on Rangers Radio. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly the Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, we don't bum ourselves up enough. So let's bum ourselves up, guys. And to all the Rangers fans all over the world, please keep it going for the Rangers, because we all need it. Keep it going.
Listen, can I thank everybody who joined the panel this evening, who took part? Alan63, Bridgeman, Fox, John Gary, George Logan, and Big Ulster, and also Big Al in Australia, and Ibrox Loyal, who I think's had internet problems. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11. All the best, and thanks for taking part and taking the time to listen. Take it away, Fox.